Welcome, everyone. This is Calling the Audible. Of course, you are watching or listening to us on the Flag Plus network of podcasts. I have to say we have the most inconsistent technical director because he either gives me no count or he counts down from like 40 seconds.
Or no sound check.
Or no sound check at all. We, of course, are brought to you by Sportera at Sportera Cage. Much like Nicolas Cage, I am one of those people who really like their job. So whether you lose your eyebrows or never see the cat again, make sure that you're seen looking your best with Sportera official jerseys, official supplier of FPF.
That what?
It's a really obscure reference.
I didn't read the script, but what?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Don't worry about it. Just watch it Gone for 60 seconds. You'll get
It's
it.
not Gone in 60 Seconds. That's The Rock.
Oh, that was The Rock. My mistake. That was The Rock.
No, you're Nicolas Cage.
My bad. Know my cage. Just like Sportera Cage. I'm joined, of course, by my co-host, Simon Dajne. He can be followed at Dajne FPF. He is a company man. And GM Kalethris, he's directly in front of me. He's the producer of the show.
And Nicolas Cage expert, apparently.
And Nicolas Cage...
Gem is in the cage.
He is in the cage. You can't see him, so he might as well be. And to my right, we our technical director, as I mentioned before, is the Eagle at Master Control. If you want to tweet the show live, you can tweet it at EagleFPF. Tie games, boys. They're the reasons I'm buying a drink for everyone after the show, as Ballbusters managed to stave off the defeat. But
no, managed to lose this one because this was their game and they...
No, they didn't lose. What happened was we bet who would lose first. You chose Ballbusters. They did not lose because they tied. I chose...
No, you
I chose Ballbusters. They did not lose because they tied. You chose FOE. They lost.
FOE lost first because of time of the games.
There's also that. Either way,
smarter.
I still hate you. It's your fault. Be better. Or be worse, because I need you to be worse that game. Anyway, so I got to buy about a round of drinks as for our Table of Terror for whoever remains. So for all the staff members, girlfriends, and GM's grandmother, apparently, you're all getting drinks.
Awesome.
That said, Simon also lost this week and need to buy everyone coffee, so thank you. You've kept me caffeinated the entire evening.
You're welcome.
That said, I did want coffee from Cafe Murad. I did want you to bring it here.
Yeah,
steaming hot.
Cafe Miral. It's freaking next to Concordia on Guy Street.
Just saying.
We're at Sportier.
Find a way. Don't make excuses.
I'll bring...
Don't
make
make
next time I'll bring cold coffee.
No, I want hot coffee.
Get better at geography, man.
I want hot coffee.
What am I going to do? Put it on my heated seats?
Be better. If you put them on the heated seats, exactly. But anyway, anyone wants to watch the Table of Terror segment this week, of course, it's also available on www.youtube.com/flagplus. Game Changers beat the Mercenaries 38-18. In the absence of Justin Filto, Paul Santash, Terrence Dobson, is Salim Cherokee becoming the biggest threat on GC?
Yeah. Well, that's
cool. Great analysis.
Yes, I know, right?
Next topic.
Well, with the game he had, yeah, I think it's more about Anton Saki's playing really well than his receivers really like busting their balls to be the best. It's really about like the quarterback was really on fire that game that week, and he's the one that really made the throws that made these receivers look good. There's sometimes where your receivers bail you out, and this time the QB was placing the ball so well that it looks so easy.
Anton calls plays that really, I feel like I'm not plugged in, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're good.
Now my volume is just off.
It's just your headset's not working, but you're live.
Anton really calls plays that take advantage of the skill set that his receivers have and almost elevate it. So he was calling routes for Salim that just put him wide open, and he took what the defense gave him. And not only did he took what the defense gave him, he gave it to
the defense.
To Jason Armenti. Jason Armenti, playing rusher for the Mercenaries, could not touch Anton Sakis.
Anton Sakis is a ridiculous athlete, though.
He's a ridiculous
and doesn't get the credit for it.
Yeah, he looks diminutive, but
he does.
Armenti got a workout, eventually got pulled. They had to put in a G Haddock in his place, but I don't know what more to say other than Anton Sakis danced around Jason Armenti.
And we all know about
How's
Sakis'
his
dance moves.
How's his dance moves?
Yeah, that's Sakis. He does the Calamatiano.
Interesting.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds delightful.
It's the man crush.
I still want to date Ella Sakis, his estranged sister. Mercenaries are still winless. Is their roster full of names, or are they actually a group that can work together as a team?
Well, it depends.
I have them in Table of Terror, so I'm hoping it's
Jesus,
the latter.
That was scary.
I'm scary.
Week 1, they had a random roster. Week 2, it started to come together. It's the whole Gino team where he does that. He has a bunch of players, and whoever shows up plays. I think Mercer is a bit more stable than his other teams, just because he has guys that can only play Sundays or he has guys that can only play Saturdays, so it changes a little bit. But it started to come together, and I think this team could actually start to make some noise as it moves on. But they need time because they have no chemistry together. But if the full defense is there, they have an actually good defense.
Okay, so you think that in the end it will come together for Mercenaries?
I think they need still a few weeks to patch it all up together.
Who is the core to you of Mercenaries? Like, what if I say, what are the 4 or 5 names that make the Mercenaries?
On what year?
This current year.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say.
You know me, I don't care about the past.
I would say Sean Aney, Jonathan Grizzly, Neji Adok, well, Gino obviously, Adi Sharma, who only plays on Sundays, but Adi. That would be like the 5 guys that is the core of the team that should be playing both ways. Well, yeah, they should be playing both ways. That should be the core, and then you add up the guys that can
Marty
come in
Friedman
together.
as well comes to mind.
Yeah, Friedman as well.
Absolutely.
Like they had Serge Pilon, and that was a huge
Twice.
boost
They had
to
him-
them.
they had him for 2
but,
weeks.
Yeah, it's just not enough sometimes. I almost feel like, especially with the drama that's going on in D2 with the Raiders, I feel like there's the small possibility. I don't know how much cap space they have in AM. I'm not bothered to even calculate it, but I feel like Mercenaries are going to add Leon Holder at quarterback.
Well, that's a question
Gino
for another
Lewis said
segment that I wish you would have read the script for. But later on, we'll talk a little bit about Leon Holder.
So
I
I'll
don't
keep
know why
my
I can
questions
say
for later.
that. Absolutely. Laval's finest took on the Triple Sixers and won
Awesome game.
46-40. It sounds
Awesome
like an
game.
awesome game because there's no defense, which
Oh.
is stupid.
No, there was defense. It's just
Really?
the guys were.
There's not a lot of it.
Listen, you weren't there. Okay. Yes, you were.
I was
You
playing.
watched half of it with me
Yes.
on the sidelines,
Yes.
and you don't recall anything because your memory is horrible.
It's pretty horrible.
But anyhow,
It's the drinking.
I know. Anyhow, Rashtub, Ron Mashtub.
Rashtub.
He has Rashtub. His name Rogers on his shirt. I don't know if it's short for Rod or anyhow.
Wait, the longer name is short for Rod? Raj is short for Rod. Solid.
He played tremendous football. Week 3, he played garbage. 12 points. He was not good. This week, he was fire. He was placing the ball at the perfect spots. He was making Triple Sixers defense look lost on the field. It was all of them. It wasn't his receivers. It was Mashtub's offense, and he was on point. On defense, though, Laval's finest on defense, they made a few stops. They were good. They got a pick 6, if I remember correctly. But it's Zach got a pick 6. But aside from that, Pat Jerome was walking all over them.
You know what's the thing I didn't remember doing? Asking you for a recap. I wanted to ask you another question. Am I allowed, Simo?
No.
Can I, please?
No.
I want to ask about Rob Mashtub. As you mentioned, on point this game, throwing 6 touchdowns. Is he the most improved player in recent history in FPF? GM is nodding. I don't know if it's a song or if he's nodding because he agrees.
No, yes. Of
I
course.
think this is the
He
best
just
way to
moved
get you to call on me afterwards, so I just kind of caught your
He just moved
attention.
up to Div 2, and he's winning
Okay.
with the same core. He's the one that's making the biggest steps.
Fair. GM, historical perspective.
Not even just from a short term, but from a long term as well. I think Mashtub's first season was in spring 2009. They went 0-10 in Division C as the Monstars. He had more interceptions than passing touchdowns. Took a break, went to the States to play football, came back, and is just on a whole another level. So you're talking about in the short term, but in the long term, he's by and far one of the huge improvement.
Well, I mean, I started playing about when he returned, and the thing was, people would talk about like, oh well, you know, Monster's pretty good, but Mashtub's not amazing. But now, like, that's an argument I haven't heard for many seasons.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, kudos to him, Rod. You're doing some great work. Pat Jerome caught 4 TDs, and it wasn't enough for Triple Sixers. They beat 2 weaker teams and lost their 2 tougher challenges so far. Are they in trouble?
Yeah.
Because?
They were the wins that you needed to move into the second half of the season. You needed that momentum. You needed those wins so if you drop a game later on, you have those like secured wins in the back. Let's say you're like 3-1, right? You can afford to lose a game or 2 down the stretch and still make the playoffs with a comfortable lead. Now they don't have the security anymore.
They got to go on a run, basically.
So they need to win out, and that puts pressure on the team. And
I wouldn't say
sometimes it
win out, but
cracks.
they need to win. most of the
Well,
next
it's
game.
week 5 already. They need to start
Yeah,
rolling.
but
and-
win out means 8-2. Like, that's more than enough to
Yeah.
make the playoffs. You should make the playoffs at 6-4.
yeah, but that means you need to go and run. That puts a lot of
Yeah.
pressure on the team.
Oh yeah, you absolutely need to go and run.
And I think that's gonna make them crack.
that's fair. That's fair. Ballbusters took on Les Exist, and nobody likes to see a tie, so nobody likes to see this game. Simon, quickly, please give us a recap of this
Okay.
game.
Uh,
See, this time I asked you because I want to know.
Okay. Ballbusters went up 13 nothing quickly. Turned around. They let Les Exist score. And then it went back and forth a little bit. Ballbusters went up again 32-20 with very little time left. For unknown reasons, you just got the ball back, scored. Didn't have to do anything but throw a pick.
But there was also the pick you were describing to Terrence Adams. You were describing to me the other day.
Oh,
again,
that was amazing. I forgot that. Thank you for reminding me.
right?
Uh,
Whose memory is what?
So 26-20, Ballbusters are up. Ballbusters just scored, so it's 26-20. He just gets the ball back. Hugo Anderson's in trouble because Terrence was getting to him. He's backed up in his hands. He's backed up at the 1, about to get sacked, tries to throw. Terrence Adams jumps, pass deflects the ball into his own chest, falls on top of it, into the end zone. Pick 6 from the rusher. It was incredible.
That's pretty awesome.
So now they're up 32-20, and that's how they got the ball. I forgot. And you just reminded me.
That's
Thank
fair.
you.
Les Exist, will they be the most talented team with less than 3 wins this season?
No, because they're going to get more than 3 wins.
I don't think so. Have you seen the schedule? I'll give you a chance to look at the schedule. I turned to GM for a second.
No, my iPad died.
Your iPad died. Awesome. Jim, could you find us Les Exist schedule for the remaining
I'm
games?
going to do my best because the internet here is spotty.
What's
at
what's
best.
their
What's
what's their
the
record
reason-
right now?
It's they have not won a game, I don't think.
They're 0-4 or they're 1-3? Because that would only mean they're getting 2 wins out of the
I'll-
next 6 games, and I think that's very
Well,
doable.
we'll take a look at the schedule as well as the record. But what's the issue with Les Exist? Why are they so inconsistent?
I don't know. I saw
See,
them
we're,
play.
we're trying to stall right now so we can get the
I
schedule.
know, but I mean, I
Be
watched.
better.
I only watched one of their games, which was last week.
But I
and
mean,
they
in
played
general,
well.
we've seen this over the past couple
Over
seasons.
the past seasons, what it is that they fail to have the same roster show up.
But they have
It seems
this
like they're
season.
not emotionally invested as well. Their upcoming games right now, they're playing Killer Instinct, shutdown defense. Nathan Taylor's playing great at quarterback. Game Changers, Wolfpack, Dirty Dogs, West Park Boys, and Laval's Finest.
I see 3 wins.
I see 3 wins total.
What are they now? 0-4 or 1-3?
They're 1, 2, and 1.
So 1-2-1. So that
They
means
need to
if
come
they
up
win
with
2
2 more
games, they're
wins.
above 3-7.
I see maximum of 3 games. There.
Yeah, but if they win 3 games, that's 4, 5.
I understand, but I'm saying
That's
they
kind of
may
playoffs.
they may piss away one of these games, right? Like we don't know.
Or they may upset. They play really well against Moose.
It's fair. To be fair, but that's the kind of game where it's always close because it's 2 teams eating up field.
The way I see it is, when they play Ballbusters, in the first, let's say, 10 minutes of the game, they were not into it. They were let them guys catch the football. They were just trying to outman people, and it wasn't working. And as soon as they started getting invested into the game, caring about the game, they started to play really better. And that's when they started catching up the Ballbusters.
Absolutely.
So I think it's just a matter of using the whole 44 minutes and not the last 22.
Well, you talked about getting more invested in the game. We're going to talk about investments as we get into the buy and sell segment of the podcast.
Awesome
Right?
segue.
See?
Awesome.
When we come back from break.
Worst producer.
From
Oh,
break.
man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hi, I'm
In-
Pease Delarice. This is Calling the Audible. I'm speaking really quickly because the count-in was really quick. I don't know why he does that.
So we had a 12-second countdown to begin the show. Now we get a very fast 5
It
seconds.
wasn't even seconds. I don't know what that time measurement is. Millisecond.
It's the bird time.
It is. The bird is known for being a little short here and there. Of course, if you want to tweet him and make fun of it or
Very
tweet the
there.
show live, you can tweet him at EagleFPF. Of course, returned with the co-host Simon Dagenet. You can tweet him at Simon Dagenet. And of course, you can tweet our, at Dagenet
I
FPF.
was like, that's not my name.
And you can tweet GM Colethris, our producer, at GMCole44. Before we get into buying and selling teams, I want to look at Leon Holder. So I guess we can do it from a buy and sell
Okay,
perspective.
so now
but
we're talking about this.
yes, now we're actually talking about GM. Thanks for ruining the
I got
mojo.
you.
But before we
welcome.
get really into buy and sell, like I guess you can approach it from that angle too. But do you see him as
Oh,
a quarterback
do you
in
buy
D3?
Leon Older as
Well,
a
that's what I'm
quarterback?
saying. It wasn't necessarily that way, but you can we can approach it that way as well. Do you buy into him? Are you selling on him? And as a possible D3 quarterback? And can you list the teams do you think that he could help right now?
Okay. I don't see him playing for Mercenaries just because of the way he's a very.
He has before.
I know. That's why I'm saying he won't go back to it. Because if the way he is.
Once you go Mercenaries, you can't go back.
No, I don't think he fits the team properly, but he would be the best possible ad for West Park Boys. They would come from. They would move from winless to
2 wins.
Well, maybe 3. 3 out of the next 6, so like 500 from now on.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I didn't even think of it. But not only is Leon a Division 3 championship quarterback, but
Division 3 is not what it was.
Yeah, Division 3 is not what it was. But the last time he won a championship, it was with Wesley Joseph, who plays on West Park Boys, along with Terry Tim.
I could see it happening just because if you put Raymond Tony back at receiver, because that guy's fast, man.
Yeah.
If you put him back at
He's
receiver.
He's the fastest big guy I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Well, Paul is pretty fucking fast,
Yep.
too. But if you put these guys back
yeah, but there's a size
I understand
difference.
what you're going. If you put these guys back at receiver, I think they can do a lot of damage if they have a proper quarterback. I think that's really the issue with that team right now. And if it happens, the West Park Boys could become something. Because right now, they're not really anything.
Fair.
But they're nice guys, though, honestly. Like,
they are.
I just played them last night, and they were really cool about it.
Are there any other teams?
That's the only 2 teams I could see.
Nuggets. I'm thinking Nuggets.
No, because they won't move
away.
away. They won't move away from the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think West Park Boys.
What if they just never call Fred Millett back? Like, there's some changes in the schedule. Don't go to the site.
I think
they add mutiny with the Nuggets.
I think West Park could make that move. That's what I'm saying. I believe it could.
I think it's more likely. Yeah. Yes. All right, I'm making up a scenario where a guy loses all his friends.
In that case, Nuggets. That's a good argument. I like
because it would become like nothing against Fred Millett. Like he's a great guy and he's a good athlete, but he's not the same level of quarterback as Leon Holder, and that receiving core is ridiculous.
I think we can move on now.
Absolutely. Buy and sell. Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct. They face Brotherhood, Triple Sixers, BD Bandits, GNR in the last 4 weeks of play.
So buy and sell. Are we saying like will they be a good team or will they win?
Are you buying their stock or are you selling their stock?
If I sell now, could I buy later on? Like, are we selling for the next stretch, or are we selling completely? I'm never gonna.
Well, but you can break it down. Like, what's your investment strategy for KI?
Okay, I would sell right now
because it's high.
Yes, the stock's right now. It's really high, so I would sell right now and buy back around week 8.
All right,
because I think they're gonna lose a few games in the next few weeks, but it's a playoff team.
Will that actually be the litmus test though, when they face those last 4 strong teams: Brotherhood, Triple Sixers, BD Bandits, and so on and so forth? Simon?
I was trying to discreetly tell Simon to stop hitting the mic.
It's unclear.
So
it took me a lot of time.
They face last 4 weeks, Brotherhood, Triple Sixers, BD Bandits, GNR. I've never had to work so hard to make a point. Will this be the true litmus test for the team?
Yes.
Do you know what a litmus test is?
Yes.
Do you remember how it works?
Yes.
How does it work? Are KI an acid or a base?
Simon would be a 12 because Simon would be a 12 because he's basic.
Nice. That was going to be the joke in there. I'm
honestly really lost between this whole don't touch the mic
That's because you never
anymore,
took science class.
And don't hit the table, and Eagle's looking at me right now.
Sea Assassins, buy and sell.
I would sell.
So
I think because they're too hot right now.
They got 30 points scored on them by a first-time quarterback, Hugo Alamano, when they played the Predators this week.
But they put a lot of points.
They did.
That's what they do.
Is their defense going to be a liability moving forward?
It's always been.
But will it be
the
this
reason
season?
They don't have a championship?
But will it be this season?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's a schematic issue or personnel issue?
Both.
So get better people and get smarter.
No, I think they don't call the right plays for their own guys.
That's
so either get guys for your schematic or change schematic for your guys.
What cupcake flavor would Sea Assassins be?
Ooh. Sea Assassins? I would say salted caramel.
Salted caramel? I can see that. Going back real quick, though, for Killer Instinct, where would you take them on a first date? Specifically, Nate.
I don't know.
Where would you take Nate on the first date?
I don't know. That's
Nathan
a very good
Taylor?
question.
Yeah.
Burger DeVille.
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
That's a great answer.
I like that.
So Nathan Taylor, remember, if you're ever looking,
he's getting his protein in.
That's awesome. I can't hear you.
FOE. First of all, what do you think it stands for?
Friends over enemies.
All right.
Oh,
pretty sure that's what it is.
And are you buying or selling?
Buying.
Buying because?
Yeah, because they started off hot. They downplayed the last 2 games, so their stock are not really high right now. and they're gonna get back up.
Because
Okay.
people purposely lose to downplay how good they are.
I would never
that's
do
leg-
such a thing.
That's the legitimate Simon Dashnay meathead analysis where there's no facts behind it.
I would
It's just a
never.
thing I think sounds good in my head.
I would never do such a thing.
FOE, what's the movie tagline for the season?
Oh.
This time it's personal.
I would say like no. I would go like Fast and Furious 6. You know, in that time when the villain comes back to like the good side to help out because it
What's
looks.
the tagline, Simon? I'm not asking for the plot. I'm not asking you to direct the films. FOE. What's the tagline?
Well, it's the friends over enemies just sums up everything. I'm pretty
Friends
sure
over
that-
enemies. This time it's personal.
I like it.
Thank
GM, you're better at this than Simon.
I don't.
I
I,
I
still
had
don't like
practice
it.
being the one who didn't know what to come up with. Remember?
I still don't like it, but whatever. We'll go with it.
Mongoose, buy or sell? Because the stock's kind of lowish right now, right?
Is it whole?
Just
yeah, that's the question.
abstain.
If it's
Yeah.
really low, I would buy a little bit. But if it's average, I'm not buying.
I'm hoping they have dividend reinvestment because it's
I
got to
would-
pay me a dividend.
I
to
would
stay
tell
it.
my broker to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not sure about this, so like let's
is
move
it,
on.
Is it roster composition, or have they not made like? Do you think they've made the improvements to stay relevant in FPF?
No.
Okay.
That's a very good point. I feel like it's the same team over and over again,
And the other teams are getting stronger
Yeah.
around them.
exactly, it's a good team, but just like the division's getting better around them.
Describe 3 other players as citrus.
That's citrus. Man, what's these questions? Can I have prep for this?
Nope. Well, I sent you the script hours ago.
It's true. You told me you were asking me this, but you didn't tell me what team, so I have no clue. Go, Jem, please.
So you've got Cedric Knuckle as a grapefruit.
Yes,
He's
absolutely.
gotten a little bit bigger. He can be sweet on some games. He can be sour on others because he's a little bit inconsistent. Where you know he's a game breaker, but sometimes he doesn't live up to a potential, just like a grapefruit.
Cedric Pamplemousse.
This is awesome. He's
Any,
buying
any
me
other
out.
citrus for the boys?
Go there as fuck, what's his name?
Do you not know any citrus fruits?
A dragon fruit.
Did you ever not drink a
I know.
Five Alive?
I was thinking in my head in French. I'm
Okay,
like,
so
what
go
is
to a dragon fruit. I'm not even sure it's dragon fruit citrus, but go ahead.
everything is citrus.
No, anyway, go ahead. Go
Okay,
there.
no, okay.
citrus. That's
Go there's an orange because he's the sweetest guy. Like he's a really good
Oh, that's
guy.
good.
I couldn't see him go like bitter on you. I just
Maybe
don't- I can-
you should take Godet on a first date.
Yeah, but I don't know where to go. I
Final
would ask
citrus.
Will Tandro, he's a lime. It's kind of smooth. He's little. Definitely the lime of the citrus family.
It looks great with coconut.
you. How did that happen?
OTF. You need to score 5 TDs in order to win. That's been my stance in
Okay.
FPF forever.
30
They
points.
won the only 2 games where they did that. Is Mario Pareca holding them back?
No.
Yes, just because James said no.
Okay, tell me why then.
Why? Because look at it. Look at the facts here. Just I don't have my iPad. Look at the facts here. If they don't score 30 points, they won't win in Div 3. There's a lot of teams putting 50 every week. Wolfpack did it. Dirty Dogs did it. Sea Assassins are doing it. If you cannot put up 30 points, well, even Snatchers put up 50. If you cannot,
Well, against West Park, relax.
Yeah,
Hey.
but now he has that to boast.
Yeah, I know.
if
For 2 weeks.
No, okay, let's be honest. If you cannot put up 30 points on a weekly basis, you're not a contender in Div 3.
That's fair.
If you struggle to put up 30, regardless of who you're playing, let's say you're playing Brotherhood, right, which is fairly one of the best defense in the division. If you should put up 30 and lose like 40 to 30, in my personal opinion.
If you accidentally take one of their bags,
It's not even that though. Pareca is a good quarterback. The receivers need to catch the ball. He goes 15 for 27. Doesn't like last week. 15 for 27. Doesn't throw an interception, but those incompletions are costly. And it's you're saying you have to be able to throw 5 touchdowns, but the receivers have to catch it. And I know you know about receivers not catching your passes, both of you. So
I'm one of the ones who
support
drop it.
me on this one.
Yeah,
um,
man, Jim's fired up right now.
seriously. More
I mean, it's not
importantly,
even history.
more importantly, you walk down the sideline, you accidentally grab one of OTF's football bags. What's the most surprising thing you find in the bag?
Homework.
He says, homework, what do you got? It's like Family Feud.
This is great. I wouldn't say Omer because that's way too racist. That's
Fair.
way too racist. I would say Canada Goose in
Canada
the bag.
Goose?
Like it's the bag is closed. It's
Why?
in the bag.
They're all CIS athletes.
Doesn't matter. A Canada
How
Goose.
is that? No, but how is that surprising?
Because they wouldn't want to get it's stolen, so they like zip it in the bag, so it's not like
Who
How
steals
do
homework?
Peace.
Okay.
I love homework. I'm the dog with the homework. Jim Calethris, read us the slate of games coming up after the bye, and Simon and I will give our picks.
Okay, so starting off, we have Grip and Rip, Laval's finest.
Laval's finest. Because, yes, we discussed this. I'm doing it. You say you're now. We discussed this.
Yep.
Laval's finest because Mastrobe is red hot right now, and I don't think GNR has what it takes.
Laval's finest, I agree.
Awesome.
Dark Moose returns, Sea Assassins.
Sucks that you have to describe your own team now, eh?
Well, no, I'm not going to pick this game.
Well, yes, you are.
Okay,
We
fine.
We do 1-1, so go.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'm not here.
I'm going to go Dark Moose returns by 50 points because we're awesome.
Okay. Who they're playing again?
Sea Assassins, great, Simo.
I disagree.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to bet 50 points. That means you're going to win like 50-0, and Mugset doesn't put up 50 points. So you guys are going to win, but by 6 points.
Fair.
So you were just talking about the fact that Sea Assassins had 30 points scored on them by a brand new QB, but
Mugset doesn't put up 40.
Last time
50.
we played them, we scored 47 points against
It's
them.
not 50.
Not 50, so he's right.
It's not 50.
okay. OTF Mercenaries, to digress from
Mercenaries, please. I have you table of terror. That's it. That's my analysis. Please. Gino, please. I love you. Please win this game.
I like it. I actually like Mercenaries.
Nice,
I
thank
think they're
God.
going to win just because the receivers they have are going to cause too much trouble for TF's offense.
I like how you say thank God, like because Simo agreed with you. That's the decider, and that's
It
how
is.
the game is going to go. These two teams have nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Nope,
Nope.
it's us.
Awesome.
We're God.
Ballbusters Nuggets.
Bob Busters. They're going to bust the Nuggets.
Simo is suddenly on the Ballbusters hype train after being a hater.
I've never been a hater. They defeated me. Like, hands down, crushed me week 1, and I've been loving him since. I never.
Because it makes him feel better about himself. They lost to a good team.
Well,
rather than a
yes.
bad
Losing to a team that would go 1-3 afterwards is kind of shitty.
That's how most people feel about beating Snatchers.
Moves against past their prime.
Les Exist, Killer Instinct.
I'm going to go Les Exist. I think they're going to turn it around starting now.
I agree.
West Park Boys, BD Bandits.
If Leon Older plays for West Park Boys, West Park Boys is winning this game. Otherwise, Casey Cook is going to have another destroying team. He's going to destroy another team.
Well, I think the thing with West Park Boys is in this game, I was just taking the back door to get there. BD Bandits.
You like the back door. Huh?
See what I did
you
there?
like to go there, eh?
Past Our Prime, Predators.
Well, James Florian is still hurt. He was in crutches earlier tonight, so I'm not picking Predators.
Yeah, he said 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, minimum. So, let's assume 4.
Plus he's soft, James Softiani.
But are we going to get somebody else to play for him? Or is he going to
They still have no plan as of the moment, as of right now.
Well, they still have 2 weeks to figure out. I
But
guess.
you're making your pick now, not in a week from now. Like, given the information you have now.
Given the information I have now, they're going to figure something out for next week only.
That's not the information you have now. You said given the thing, and then not the thing.
Given
Okay.
the information I have now, I'm just going to hit the mic and hope no one knows.
Predators,
Yeah.
Predators are going to
Non-stop.
win with the quarterback they had last week.
All right, Hugo Alamano.
Wolfpack, The Brotherhood.
Wolfpack. No, brother. Jamal is back, so Marco's not playing. So I would say Brotherhood by 2 scores.
I'm going to say Wolfpack. I think it'll be a score-for-score game, and Wolfpack will just make one conversion more. It'll be like a 1 or 2 point
Wolfpack
game.
really looked bad against Fun Boys.
That's a long time ago. Stop
This
living in
is
the past.
yesterday.
Stop living in the past.
Dirty Dogs, Triple Sixers.
Triple Sixes are going to turn around this week after their loss last week. They're going. This is the statement game that they went up by like 17.
Dirty Dogs, they're not getting enough credit. Chidiat is great in Division 3. He's going to be one of the top-tier receivers that we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them.
Game Changers, La Sauce.
La Sauce on this one. François Raymond had an okay game last week. I think they're going to bounce back. They surprise teams. It's what they do. We always down-talk them, and then they just beat one team out of random, and this is the week.
They're just not right yet, so I'm going to go Game Changers. It's more picking against Lassos than picking Game Changers in this game.
Fair. But they're your boys.
They are. I love them. They're great. Actually, I love both guys on both teams, but on this one I'm going to have to
No,
go
Game
Changers.
Changers is your bandwagon this
absolutely.
season. We
Every
discussed this.
season.
Snatchers, FOE.
Well, if I have to pick... okay. I've never defeated Kevin Lubin in an FPF game.
Or in
So-
life.
Let's debate that. He did join my team. But I would say FOE are
That's
going
the whole thing. If you can't beat him, join him.
Exactly. But it didn't go that way, really. FOE is going to beat us.
2.5 Dans, Mongoose.
2.5 dance. 2.5 dance. They're just weird. Mongoose won't be able to adjust.
No, Mongoose on this one because I think they're going to adjust well. They're smart enough to know what's coming. and they're gonna adjust properly. It's what they do best. Is adjust.
I just don't think they're going to be able to adjust because of the weirdness.
I do not care what you think.
Fair.
Jumpmans and Les Bodets.
Jumpmans, because it's my bandwagon team. They're gonna win every game if I have my say in it, and I just think they're the better team on this matchup.
Mans make him dance.
And Fun Boys, Meta Mayhem.
Fun Boys, because their defense is ridiculous.
Yo, that Liam Mahoney interception, did anyone?
Yes,
Anyone?
ridiculous.
I don't know. He had a ridiculous one against us. It's giving me nightmares. So.
But even this week, they shut down one of the best offense in the division, shutting down Wolfpack.
Mhm.
Literally shutting down Wolfpack to 24 points. So that just credit the Fun Boys how well they play.
Fair. Simo, final thoughts.
I learned today that if you vomit every blue moon, it's good for your system. So that's a shout out to Brent Calendar for giving us odd knowledge.
Yeah. I'm happy he's not going to become a doctor. GM Galethris, final thoughts.
I've learned that we don't need to think on this show. So
No, never.
Thinking's overrated.
Thinking is overrated, absolutely.
We discussed citrus.
I'm going to go for one this week, just because we're running short on time like we do every week. I blame Nicolas Cage. It's Super Bowl week, which means, of course, a couple things. It's going to be a bye for most divisions. It's going to be the week that we announce the Hall of Famers, so pay attention to that. Also, there won't be a Division 3 podcast next week. There won't be any podcast. We will have 2 editions of FPF Newsroom, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday, so you'll still be able to get your FPF news. You just won't get the ridiculousness that comes along with all the podcasts. For those of you who have seen us undergo Table of Terror punishments, please let us know if you're hating it or loving it. Either way, it won't change, but I'd still like to hear it anyway.
It's fun to get comments.
It's fun to get comments. Let us know what you think about it on any of the social media platforms. Thank you, Simo, for all the work you've done today. Thank you for being a good sport and bringing the coffee, even though it wasn't from Cafe Murad.
Work. I didn't prep at all. I didn't have an iPad,
So you
so
clearly
whatever
didn't
this
prep.
was.
GM, thank you for actually doing some work on this podcast, because Lord knows it didn't come from Simo. Eagle, thank you for all the work you've done. I don't know why I'm going through puberty again. Thank you.
It's the
thank
mics.
you.
We discussed this 2 weeks ago. It's not
Yeah.
us. It's the mics.
It's absolutely the mics. Thank you, Audio Technica, for making these mics. But most of all, thank you all for letting me be myself.